BoodleBobs, bedtime stories. Don't forget to subscribe.
This is a story all about Boris. And yes, he's a book. You can ask Boris about anything, said Freddie. He can tell you why custard is yellow, or why frogs are green, and why milk shakes. Boris also knew the name of everything, the size of everything, where it was from, where it was going to, and how to say it in Latin. And he knew the best jokes. What do you get if you cross a kangaroo with an octopus, a sheep, and a zebra? The answer is a striped woolly jumper with 8 sleeves. Oh, his jokes drive me up the wall, said Benny, just as an envelope landed on the mat. Hello, Bill, he laughed. It was addressed to Boris, and inside it had a question from his brother Bart, who lived in Ontario. The question was, how long is a piece of string? Thought Boris. I can't say I know the answer to that one. Benny had no idea either, but he thought Elsie might know. He found Elsie swinging in the apple tree. Do you know how long a piece of string is? Benny sat patiently while Elsie thought about it. But then suddenly the air was filled with a terrible noise as a big black shadow swept over them. Caw, caw. With its sharp talons and horrid black beak, Crow had spotted Benny from high up in the treetops. Oh, caw! A lovely fat worm for my hungry chicks. Help! Help! Cried Benny as he was plucked from the ground and carried higher and higher. Fedora, holding a big red balloon, was on her way to a party when she heard the commotion. Oh, poor Benny, she gasped. He's about to become lunch. Crow deposited Benny in front of 3 hungry chicks, then flew off to find some more juicy worms. The greedy chicks, with their yellow beady eyes, looked at Benny hungrily. He's mine, he's mine. Squabbled the chicks, giving Benny just enough time to clamber out of the nest and onto a rather thin branch which sagged under his weight. Talk about being out on a limb, he thought. Benny looked down and wobbled. Then he looked back at the 3 wide-open beaks. Oh, I'm between a rock and a hard place, he wailed miserably. Fedora, Elsie and Boris looked up. Oh, if only I could fly, said Fedora wistfully. If only my trunk was longer, said Elsie. And if only I'd known the answer, said Boris. But then he had an idea. He took hold of Fedora's big red balloon. Grab hold of this string when I let it go, he called up to Benny. Got it! Shouted Benny, grasping it with both hands, and began to gently float down to the ground. But then... Caw, caw! Crow came back carrying another fat worm, and was so surprised to see Benny floating away, she dropped it. Lucky Fat Worm. Lucky Fat Worm reached out and grabbed Benny in passing, but Crow had no intention of either of them escaping. She burst the balloon with her horrid black beak, and both Benny and Lucky Fat Worm hurtled headlong. Seconds before they hit the ground, Elsie's long grey trunk reached out and sucked them up. Are you all right in there? Asked Fedora, peering down Elsie's trunk. Oh, yes, we're fine, grinned Benny, emerging. What an adventure! Boris was so pleased to have his friend back, and a new friend besides, and so pleased too that he was able to answer his brother's question. A piece of string is long enough to save 2 worms, he said happily. I shall let my brother Bart in Ontario know that.